2, 1. All right. All right. Hello. Hello and welcome. Hello and welcome. Welcome to another episode of the Empowered Immigrant Live. We're live, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Otis Landerholm. I am the founding attorney here at Landerholm Immigration, A.P.C, where we fight for your American dream. And today I want to give a citizenship update for September of 2024. So welcome, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok. Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. And thanks for joining us on another episode today of the Empowered Immigrant Live. Remember, the Empowered Immigrant Live is here to train, teach, inspire, and empower immigrants to make the most out of immigration laws and to make the most out of their lives. Okay? Today our theme is the citizenship update for September of 2024. And my question for everyone is, hey, do you want to apply for citizenship this year? Do you want to apply for a green card this year? Do you want to apply to come out of the shadows or change your immigration status this year? Do you want to at least get some understanding, some knowledge, some information as to what immigration options, benefits, services might benefit you this year? Do you want to at least request all your immigration records this year? If so, go for it. All right? If so, go for it. And I'd love to help you with it. My firm is on a mission to win 10,000 immigration cases in the next 10 years. Specifically, we're going by 2035, all right? So, and we'd love for your case to be one of those. And so thank you so much for tuning in. And I see folks coming in here on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and LinkedIn, like, hello, welcome. Welcome to another episode of the Empowered Immigrant Live. All right, we're live, ladies and gentlemen. All right, thank you so much for being here. So we got some news. You know, our new parole in place program, keeping families together, it's still paused for right now, which means the government can receive applications, but they cannot decide applications right now. And it will be paused it's right now paused through the 23rd of September, which is coming right up. All right, today it's the 17th I'm recording this. The 23rd is next Monday. We should know more about that. Tomorrow, there's actually a hearing on that issue happening in Texas. So we'll see what happens there. There might be updates. If you want to see those updates, the best thing to do is subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe to our channels in YouTube, especially. And that would be the best way to get an update as to what happens in that hearing tomorrow. So that's happening. That's news. All right. And of course, the news from last week, the Harris versus Trump debate happened. I think that the consensus is pretty much out there that Kamala destroyed Trump in that debate. She did way better than Trump did. Now, that's my opinion. All right. I saw it. I don't know if you saw it or if you have a different opinion, but she did quite well. I was pleasantly surprised with her performance, and that's important, right? That's important for immigrants. That's important for the future of immigration laws in this country. So if you're tuning in, you know, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. And you know, if these things matter, if these things matter to you, please coming back to our live sessions. Please keep tuning in to see what's going on, what's happening, what's progressing in the law, in politics, etc. And so there we go. Now I'm going to transition and I'm going to talk about our topic today, which is a citizenship update for 2024, for September 2024. And as I'm doing that, if you've got questions, please feel free to send me your questions and I'll do my best to answer them right here, right now. Okay? I saw somebody on TikTok ask if I speak Spanish. Sí, yo sí hablo español. And we're going to talk about this whole same session. First, we'll do it in English, and then we'll do it in Spanish. So if you want to join us in about 45 minutes, we will do this episode in Spanish today. for anybody out there who would rather get this information in Spanish. And for all of my Mexican clients, potential clients, friends, family, for everybody from Mexico, happy Independence Day yesterday. Happy Mexican Independence Day. I just wanted to say that as well. All right. So citizenship update, September 2024. Right now, we've got citizenship cases moving quickly, people. They're moving about as fast as we've seen them in years. Okay? According to the processing times in San Francisco, the San Francisco field office is saying 80% of cases are done within 7.5 months, is what they say on USCIS right now. However, we've seen cases approved in 4 to 6 months. All right? And that's fast in terms of immigration law. You know? However, you got to be mindful, right? We've got an election that's 48 days away. Should I repeat that? We have a big federal election in the United States happening 48 days from today. All right? And so if you filed for citizenship today, could you get it and still vote in this election? No, probably not. Let's not push that. That's probably not going to happen. However, it's possible, maybe, it's cutting it very close, January 20th of 2025. Now that's what? It's September, so that'd be like October, November, December, January. That's only if your citizenship case gets approved and done in 4 months. And so maybe that's unlikely, but it has happened, and it has happened under the current administration, and we have won cases in that time frame. So can't guarantee it, but it is possible. All right? So just some things to keep in mind, folks. Just some things to keep in mind. I want you to be informed. And that's what the Empowered Immigrant Live is here to do, to empower you to make wise decisions about your immigration status and about your immigration future. And so thank you for joining us today. So, we're talking about citizenship. Who is eligible for citizenship? All right? Let me go through just like the basics. All right? Who's eligible to apply for citizenship? Number one, I'll share 6 points today. All right? We could get granular and make it, 10 points if I wanted to. And I have done that in the past. You can see those videos on our YouTube channel. But for right now, we're going to do 6 points. Who's eligible to apply for citizenship? Point number one, you have to already be a green card holder, an LPR, a lawful permanent residence, a green card holder, for 5 years, unless you're living in marital union with a U.S. citizen, then you can do it in 3 years. All right, but most of the time, you got to be a green card holder for 5 years, and your green card was lawfully gotten. That's point number one. All right, don't do this if your green card was not, like if there was a mistake when it was issued or fraud or some kind of problem. Talk to a lawyer about those things. All right, requirement number two, you must be over 18. All right, requirement number three, you must be a person of quote unquote good moral character for the last 5 years. Right, have you been paying your taxes? Do you have any arrests? Do you have any problems? Have you been paying child support or alimony or any court-ordered payments? Those things matter to the good moral character analysis. Requirement number four, you have to pass the English and the civics tests. Pass your citizenship tests. Speak basic English and be able to answer the questions for the civics test. All right. Requirement number five are the physical presence requirements. I could break those down into 3 different requirements. I'm not going to do that. My first question about that, though, is have you ever left the U.S. with your green card for more than 180 days, more than 6 months out? Because if so, that can sometimes cause a problem for your citizenship case. We got to know your entries and exits outside of the U.S. for the past 5 years. Okay. Or 3 if you're applying through your U.S. citizen spouse. And 6, you must be willing to swear loyalty to the U.S. Okay? Really quick, those 6, what are they? What are they? Who's got them? Number 1, you've got your green card for 5 years and it was lawfully received. Number 2, you're over 18. Number 3, you've got good moral character. Number 4, you pass your tests. Number 5, you've got physical presence in the U.S., no long exits outside. And number 6, you got to swear loyalty to the U.S. You got to be willing to swear loyalty to the U.S. If you've got all of those things, then you can apply to become a U.S. citizen. All right, and my office would love to help you do that. One of the things that's just like the most fun thing in the world is to help our clients win that final step to become a United States citizen. And then, you don't have to worry about immigration law ever again if you choose not to worry about it. And there's a million other benefits that come with citizenship. Also, you can take advantage of consulates and embassies outside the U.S., so you can be protected in theory, in that regard when you travel. All right, you can live abroad for years and anytime come back into the U.S. once you're a citizen. You can get a U.S. passport. You can serve on juries. I know everybody wants to do that. Provide their civic duties, responsibilities. Uh-oh, my iPad is losing power. Yep. I forgot to plug it in. Let me do it. Let me be responsible. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I am a human being. Sometimes I forget to do the things that matter, the small details like powering up my iPad. So let me do that here. You guys should see my setup. You guys should see my setup. I've got my iPad, I've got my webcam, and I've got my iPhone. And my iPhone is for Instagram, and my iPad is for TikTok, and my webcam is for YouTube and Facebook and LinkedIn. And I'm like, I got the setup, I got the setup. Anyway, I'm having fun with all of you. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me share one other thing about citizenship. Sometimes citizenship can be risky, all right? So you want to be cautious when you apply for citizenship, especially, if there's been problems in the past or if somebody's had an arrest history, etc. Because it is possible, right? It is possible to actually put yourself into deportation proceedings through the citizenship process. So don't do that, all right? And my office has represented people that accidentally did that, and we have won that. We have won cases, I think, 3 times in that context. And so it's still winnable in immigration court. You can apply for cancellation of removal or asylum or other things, but you just want to be cautious, all right? Which is why I recommend talking with a lawyer first, doing a consultation with an expert first, and then deciding to file for citizenship. And of course, I always recommend when you go through any legal process, you actually do it with the help of an attorney who's good, who knows the law, and who can represent you and defend you to maximize your chances of success. All right? The other thing is, in many cases, our first step is like, hey, don't file a case yet. Let's do a preliminary bit of research. Let's do our due diligence. Let's actually request all of the records first, just to make sure we've got everything accounted for. All right, just to make sure there's no surprises. And that's the way my office likes to handle citizenship cases. And so anyway, I just wanted to share that. That is my best advice. That is what I recommend if you're doing citizenship. So if you've got any doubts about your eligibility, if you've got any I had that issue back in the day or whatever, let's start with a consultation, and many times let's file FOIAs first so that we can request and review all of your immigration records first carefully before deciding and before recommending whether or not to file for citizenship. That's basically all I got, ladies and gentlemen, for my topic today. So send me your questions. You got questions, I got answers. I'll do my best to answer any questions that you have. Marlene, hello, good afternoon to you. I appreciate that. El Kevin 006, hello, I see you there. I appreciate you. You say, if I make an investment in the USA, can I be selected for a green card? All right, there are investment-based green cards. All right, it's called the EB-5 program. That is not what my firm does. All right, my firm does not do them. My firm often doesn't recommend them. And I won't get into that too much right now. I'd be happy to share with you some attorneys that focus on EB-5s, because yes, they are possible, but they are not possible and they are not wise for my clients. And my clients, again, are immigrants who are in the U.S. and who are facing deportation in any way. All right? So whether that's because you overstayed your visa, or whether that's because you entered unlawfully at some point in the past, or if you've ever been in immigration court, those are the cases that my office is here to fight for. If you're outside the U.S. and looking to invest in the U.S., more power to you. Awesome, go for it. But my firm's not the right firm for that type of case. Okay? And we can certainly recommend some firms that do that type of work. Okay? Hugo, 1986, I see you here. Greetings from Mexico. All right? GTO, Mexico. What is GTO? Sorry that I am unclear about what that means. But greetings from Mexico. Hey, great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. All right, Kevin. Oh, yeah, I saw your question already. Who else has questions out there? Let's see here. Raul CHVEZ. Is that Raul Chavez? I see you here on TikTok. And Gustavo, I see you there on TikTok. And Tuki, hello. And let's see. Joel, can you speak Spanish? Yes, I can. Que venga en unos minutos. Voy a hacerlo en español. Frida, hello, and Vela, hello. On Instagram, I see you here. Leopoldo, hello. Romero, hello. Thank you all so much. Farial, Firlesa, hello. Thank you all so much. Everybody on YouTube, everybody on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, thank you all so much for being here. All right, I really appreciate each of you. So let me get into my empowerment tip here today. My empowerment tip basically is to don't give up on people. You know, don't give up on people. What I like to say is API. Have you ever heard of this? API, it stands for Assume Positive Intent. Assume positive intent. If somebody disappoints you out there for whatever reason, and they might, right? We're all human. We're all human beings. Every person is different. You know, maybe somebody didn't return your phone call, or whatever it is. Like, don't hold grudges. Don't hold something against the person. Assume positive intent, right? Like maybe they lost their phone, or maybe they, I don't know, maybe they forgot, or maybe they are going through an emotionally challenging time, right? Or whatever it is, right? Somebody cuts you off in traffic, like, assume that they are, going to see their grandchild be born in the hospital and they're in a rush, right? Assume the best of people. It helps. Like, life is too short to hold resentments. All right? We're all human beings. We're all here together on planet Earth in this experience called life. Like, let's be generous towards our fellow human being. All right? Including with what we assume about them and about their actions and about how they disappoint us when their actions don't match up to what we expected. Assume positive intent and don't give up on people. I wanted to share that today. Hope that's useful. Hope that's helpful. This is the Empowered Immigrant Live, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Thank you all so much for being here. It means a lot to me to have you here. Hey, if this was useful, if this was helpful, if you like learning more about immigration law, if you want to follow what's happening in the immigration legal world, please subscribe to our channel. All right. All you got to do that is go to YouTube. All right. Type in Lander Home Immigration. That's our name. That's our firm. All right. And hit the subscribe button. And if you do that, you could also hit the notifications bell on YouTube. And that way you receive a notification whenever we upload and additional video with updates and news and things of that nature. It's the best way to stay informed, at least from my firm, about what's going on in the world of immigration law. Okay? That's all I got. That's all I got for today. Thank you all so much for being here. My name's Otis Landerholm Immigration A.P.C., where we fight for your American dream, and we'll see you next time on our next episode of The Empowered Immigrant Live. Thanks a lot, ladies and gentlemen. Make it a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.